Hi children, today I want to discuss about the lesson Fundamental Unit of Life for 9th standard. The Fundamental Unit of Life. In this chapter we learn about a deep discussion about the cell structure and its parts, and also the parts function also we discuss in this lesson. First we discuss about cell. You know children, who discovered cell? Cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke. In 1665. In the year 1665, the cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. How he discovered the cell? Naming of cell. First, he take a cork from the bark of the tree. It will be seen under a microscope. Microscope is a device which is used to see the minute organism. Robert Hooke take the cork, it is a bark from the tree, under a microscope. He observed the cell, observed the structure. In that one, he observed a honeycomb-like structure in the bark-like structure of that cork structure. See, he observed a nucleus at the center of the cell. Later he named these honeycomb-like structure called as cells. At the center nucleus is also, he observed the center nucleus is also present at the center. In Latin word, the cell means a little room. In a Latin name, cell is a little room, okay? Little room. So first discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Later he named it as cell. So many types of cell is there. Some types are smooth cell, bone cell, smooth cell, bone cell, blood cell, nerve cell, sperm. So some of the types of cells are smooth cell, bone cell, blood cell, nerve cell, sperm, and also fat cell also is a fat cell. So definition of cell. These are the some types of cell. Let us discuss about definition of cell. Cell is a structural and functional unit of an organism. It is a structural and functional unit of an organism. Cell is a structural and functional unit of an organism, and also study of cell is called as cytology. Study of cell is called cytology. Cell is divided into two types: unicellular organism and multicellular organisms. You know that unicellular means single cellular, and multicellular means the cell is made up of two or more cells. For example, a shapeless unicellular organism is called as amoeba. It changes its body shape. The cell depends upon the shape and size of the cell. For example, amoeba, it changes its shape. For example, in multicellular cells, there is no other changes, it has a definite shape and size. So let us discuss about first plasma membrane. The parts of the cell are, first one is plasma membrane, and it is also known called as cell membrane. Cell membrane, plasma membrane or cell membrane. Another name of plasma membrane is cell membrane. Now what is the function? Let us discuss about the function of plasma membrane. It is the outermost layer of the cell. Outermost layer of the cell. It helps to exist and entry of the food materials, other nutritional materials to the cell. For example, animal cell. This is the cell membrane. Cell membrane. So this is the entry, outermost entry or exist of the nutrition to the cell body. It helps to entry and exist of the some materials in and out of the cell, and it is that's why the plasma membrane is also called as selectively permeable membrane. Why the plasma membrane is also called as selectively permeable membrane means because it exists and entry the materials to the cell, entry and exist to the cell material, cell in and out of the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಫುಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. So it is the plasma membrane is also called as the cell membrane. For example, carbon dioxide and the oxygen can move across the cell membrane by a process called as diffusion. Diffusion is a process It is a process. This is a process of entry, or carbon dioxide and oxygen can move from the cell, from exist and entry to the cell. Carbon dioxide and oxygen which can move from the cell. This process is called as diffusion. Next process name called as osmosis. So last year you learned this definition. Osmosis is a process of the water molecules, the movement of water molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration, or lower concentration to higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane or plasma membrane. Osmosis is a process of water molecules, means movement of water molecules through the selectively permeable membrane. Through selectively permeable membrane from higher concentration to lower concentration. Next class we discuss about the deep examples for osmosis. See children, last class we discussed about introduction about the cell. Who discovered cell? Robert Hooke discovered cell. First to find the honeycomb like structure in a car. It is a bark of the tree, one of the bark of the tree. So again find out ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ honeycomb like structure ಇರುವಂತ ಒಂದು cell ನ ಅವರು find out ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Means the cell is a small little room. In the cell wall, it is a cell wall, and nucleus is present inside the cell. It may be oval or circular or spherical in shape, and inside the cell cytoplasm is present. So this is the introduction about the cell, but we discussed the deeper discussion about the parts of the animal cell and also the plant cell. First one, plasma membrane. Everyone know that last class we discussed about the plasma membrane. See children, the first layer is called as plasma membrane in the animal cell. It is also known as selectively permeable membrane. Why it is called as selectively permeable means because it transport the materials, food materials from outside the cell to inside. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಚೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಫುಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ರೈಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಒಣ ದ್ರಾಕ್ಷಿನ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀರು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೋಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ರೈಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋಕ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 to 3 hours. ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ಇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಶ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಣಗಿರೋ ದ್ರಾಕ್ಷಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀರು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿದಿರಲ್ವ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ membrane. So that's why the plasma membrane is called as selectively permeable membrane. The process name is called osmosis. Osmosis is a process or the movement of water molecules from higher concentration to a lower concentration, or vice versa, lower concentration to higher concentration. The definition of osmosis is the movement of water molecule from higher concentration to a lower concentration through a selectively permeable membrane, through a particular medium. It's called as osmosis. Some solutions is there: hypotonic solution, isotonic solution, and hypertonic solution. Hypotonic solution means the surrounded cell. The plasma membrane is surrounded, not the cell surrounded in the medium, in the water medium. The concentration is more than the cell. In hypotonic solution alli ವಾಟರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಆ ಥರ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ hypotonic solution. The surrounded cell having the more concentration than the cell is called as hypotonic solution. And next one is isotonic solution. If the cell surrounded the medium, cell yago ಒಂದು medium ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, so the water concentration of the cell is exactly the same. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಲ್ ಏನು ಐಸೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೈ ಅಥವಾ ಲೋ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಹೈಪೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಐಸೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ the concentration is exactly same as the cell. Okay, next hypertonic solution. In this solution, the cell surrounded by concentration, the cell wall lower water concentration. Higher concentration, hypertonic solution in lower concentration, whereas isotonic solution bandu it exactly the same as the cell. So these are the three types of solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ water solution ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ salt solution. It may be concentration ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ hypotonic solution, the lower concentration is called as hypertonic solution, and the solution exactly same as the cell is called as isotonic solution. This is the three type of solution. Osmosis is the movement of water molecule from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay children, write the definition and learn the definition. Okay children, learn and write these 4 definition in your book and also write 1-2 times. Okay children, next one is the cell wall. See, cell wall, you know, plasma membrane, the outermost part of the cell is called as plasma membrane. After that, the cell wall. It is a rigid outer covering in the cell. Idu kuda eno, it is a rigid outer covering the cell. It present outside the plasma membrane. See, here cell wall. See, usually this is the plant cell, animal cell. Cell wall is present, whereas come to the plant cell. Plant cell, this plant cell, the cell wall is surrounded by cellulose. Plant cell alli cell wall enagide cellulose agi present. Cellulose anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The plant cell, the cell wall is called as cellulose. It is a complex substance, provides the structural strength to the plant cell. This cellulose gives the structural strength. Plant cell so it gives the structural strength and support to the plant cell, cellulose. During the osmosis, there is a shrinkage and contraction in the content of the cell. Shrinkage and contrast. Shrinkage andre, if for example rising ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀರು ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮುದುಡಿಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೀರು ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ shrinkage and contrast. So the cell wall helps to shrinkage and contrast in the plant cell and also the animal cell. Okay, plant cell main cellulose strength and structural support ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು, it gives the shrinkage and contraction of the cell. Shrinkage and contraction. Next, this process is also called as plasmolysis. Okay, children. So let us take one Rio leaf. One yadar leaf na thodi. Leaf. It take in the watch glass. Watch glass in the rectangle shape al barutalla. So it is observed. Peel one layer of that leaf and observed in the microscope. So you observe a cell, plant cell. Plant cell alli namage microscope alli nodiದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ? Cell wall, this one, the nucleus, plant cell nucleus ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೈಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವೈಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, and the nucleus it may be the round or spherical or it may be oval in shape. ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಡಾಟೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಒಂದು ಸೈಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್. ಸೊ ರಿಯೋ ಲೀಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಫಿಯರಿಕಲ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ? ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ has a double layered membrane called as nuclear membrane. See children, nucleus, it has a double membrane called as nucleus. Nucleus ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ present and it has a double layer called as nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane, it helps to transfer the materials from inside the nucleus to outside. The kelsa ಏನು? Nuclear membrane helps to transfer ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು nutrients outside to inside to outside, or it may be outside to inside. Nuclear membrane, the function of the nuclear membrane is helps to transfer the nutrients from outside the cell body to inside the cell. Okay, children? And also the nucleus contains the chromosomes. Chromosomes, you know, it is an inheritance character present in the body. Okay, children? Chromosomes are there. It is an inheritance characters from parent to offsprings, parent to next generation. Chromosomes ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? Plant cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ animal cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Characters ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ರೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೈಬಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ರೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರೋಸ್ ಗಿಡನೇ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ರೋಸ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. So it may be tall or it may be dwarf. Character ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ dwarf ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ dwarf ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು, tallest ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. The size of the plant also, flower also, seed colors, seed structure, it is called as the inheritance characters. Not only in the plants, in the human beings also, in the animal cell also, is it right? Human beings are human beings, next generation is also called as human, is it right? Daughter or it may be son. So other animals take up, next generation is also come, and the character is also same. So that is called as inheritance characters transferred in the nucleus, that is called as chromosomes. Chromosomes. Chromosomes composed of DNA and protein molecule. DNA and protein. Chromosomes are ಏನಂತೆ DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, deoxyribonucleic acid. ಈ DNA and protein, the function, the main function segments in DNA, the main function segments in DNA is called as genes. Is called genes. DNA, the main function, DNA ಮತ್ತು protein ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ chromosomes. Chromosomes ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು? It transfers the inheritance character. Inheritance characters from parent to their offsprings. Their offsprings. DNA ಮತ್ತು proteins ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? chromosomes ಅಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. DNA is a content, the main function, perform the main function from the genes. Genes is a inheritance material present in the DNA. In some organisms like bacteria and single cellular organisms ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ the DNA nucleus ಅಂದ್ರೆ it may be poorly, ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಬಹುದು. It may be defined in the nuclear, in the absence of the nuclear membrane. ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಲ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಅಮೀಬಾ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it performs or it transfer the nutrients from outside to inside or inside to outside, is it right? So like that there is a absence of nuclear membrane in some bacteria is called as nucleoid. Okay, absence of nuclear membrane in some organisms like bacteria, so it is called as nucleoid. So next class we discuss about the cytoplasm and next other parts of the plant and animal cell.